Well, hello there, Clicker Heroes, guys and girls. So, shout out to the girls bringing it on strong in the demographics lately. I like it. I like it a lot. So, I really wanted to talk about today, taking a look at your statistics and why are your stats important, B2. Like, I get it. Like, you know, you want to know where you're at, but why is that? And I'll show you, because if you're using a method that works for you, and you like that, and it's kind of moving you along, and someone else presents you something differently, then being able to analyze your stats and make a change is going to be good for you. Like if you're really hard charging, look, if you play this game casually, then who cares, man? Go in, update it, have fun. Like the whole thing is like, I would never want anybody to play a game they weren't having fun playing. So like, let's take a look at it. So on the Ascensions, like we're here at the end, number 14 is the one we're on now. I said that when I got home from work, and I'm up to level 4,772 in 2 hours and 24 minutes, basically. And I've collected 3.1k little s. 3.1k little s. So if you look, like last time, we were at 6 hours and 13 minutes to get to big S, 1.3k big S. So what does that mean? Who cares? Like big S, little s, what does that mean to me? Well, if your time here is getting smaller, and your hero souls gained is getting bigger, then you're doing something right on the Ascensions. You're using your hero souls correctly. So, like, what does that mean, using the hero souls? Well, it's simple. Like, once you get into here, if I was to ascend, I would ascend for 3.4k little s. Wouldn't buy me a whole lot. But let's say that was a big O, right? We got the big O up here. I could go back in here and look and say, can I queue into Solomon? And I can't. I need 3.9, not bigger, that's little s. Sorry, I was looking at this 0 and calling that an O. It's little s. So I can't queue into Solomon. So that's all I do is every time I ascend, I look, can I queue Solomon? No. Okay, well, normally you can queue Solomon all the way up until you hit your end mark, or basically, like what I'm going to max out is 35.5 big N, meaning that on every primal hero that pops up, or primal boss, we can only make 35.5 N as the maximum that we can gain per. Now that number goes up depending on where you allocate things here for your guys, right? So if you're gonna get a fanny or a borb or a pony boy, like where do I put those and what's the best? And we've been talking about that. It's been on the series for the past few episodes. So if you haven't, like, I think it was not the live stream, but before that we did a breakout of what Fandora's Borb and Pony Boy individually do. So go back and watch that if you haven't. But if you have, I'm not going to belabor it and go through it again because we've just talked about it. So what I would do is I would come into here and say, well, what's going to be the biggest bang for the buck? Always Solomon. If you can upgrade Solomon on a queue, now you can't do that earlier game, like in your first, let's say, if you're ahead of where I'm at in the game, you're going to be able to queue earlier than where I'm at. Does that make sense? So you're further along, you're going to be gaining more than I am at this point. But if you're ranked lower than I am, then you're not going to be able to queue into Solomon as fast. And so what I do is I use, like, if you do the Q, it does 1,000. If you do the Z, it does 100, and the shift does 10s, I think. And so what I do in the beginning is I shift, and can I get a shift? Yes. Okay, well, can I shift the other ones? No. And then I go on. So I'd go into Solomon? No. Well, then if I can't, once Solomon's upgraded as far as he can go, well, then the next thing you can do to gain more hero souls is to up your damage. And so that's going to be your Argayevs, your Bales, your Fragsworths, and your well, not Kumawakamaru as much, but your Morgulis down here. You're going to want Morgulis pumped up. And a lot of people forget about him. Like, he's really, 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 really good. So then it's like, well, what about all these other little guys in between? Your Energons, your Doras, Fortunas. And so once I get to, you know, once I get Argayev popped out here, I'll usually level up Atman really slow, like 1, 2, 3, and see like how much he's taken off of this number here. If this number barely moves, then I'll try to go as close to 10 as I can. If I get to 10 and it doesn't move that much, then I go and I do 10 on all of them. I just shift, 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 and I upgrade all of them 10 points. So that's what I'm looking for basically, is to go in 10s, because I don't want to have to sit there and click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each one. I know the game is called Clicker Heroes. I'm not trying to hang out and click all day. I ain't about that click life. So then that's what basically the way I move through there, and then whatever is left over at the end, because you're going to go through Juggernaut. You know, that's the fourth guy for damage. Let's go. Nope, Energon. Don't need you, buddy. We're going to salvage you to the jump pile. But basically that's what I would do, is I would come all the way through, and then on Morgulus I would take what I have left over and pump him up. But look at him, he's at E27, so if I come up here, he's adding 3.3 E27 damage on top of, watch this, Juggernaut's adding 3.E9 damage per click, and it multiplies. It's a multiplier, so you get that multiplied over and over and over. Look at Fragsworth, boom, boom, boom. I didn't upgrade him last time. He's doing 1.2 E13, 1.4 E13, 1.6, 1.8. See how it's going up? 2, 4, 6, 8. You know, and then he's doing another E14 damage on top of it. It's not a lot when you really think about what your boy down here is doing, Juggernaut. You know, when he's doing yeah, he's active per click combo, but really Morgulus, like, he's the one that's bringing the damage. Look at that. That 3.3 E27 damage is just unbelievable. So Morgulus is putting in work, and then the more heroes here, the higher the damage ends up going. So that's what we kind of look forward to. See, in the background, we've been playing, we've gone another 300 levels, and I'm waiting for Wep. I can probably just get him now. I'm going to probably go down and make dinner. So what I would do is I would change my guilds to Wepwet. Let's look at the damage first. 1.02 yeah, 1.02, 4.1370. Let's do this really quick. Wepwet, 4.1 E370. So we went up 5 basically. So now I take the auto clicker off of Tree Beast, move him down to Wep, and I'll probably just let Wep run it out until ready to get Suchi. And so really I could have probably left him on Tree Beast and just waited for Suchi to pop, but I wanted to kind of just move him, you know, just because while I'm down doing dinner and folding clothes and stuff, just some other chores I got to do, then you know, he would level out basically. So that's the way I would upgrade mine, guys. If you have any questions, thank you for dropping by and seeing the progress, and we'll holler at you. See ya.